I decided to challenge my helplessness, right? And it was the first time I did that. But it's funny because I don't even think I even told you this. The fear that I had was, I'm aware that minds are fragile and I need to protect mine. Like this stressor can make me or break me. And so I was really mindful to make sure that whatever I was feeling that was negative, I actually started to meet that with kindness and compassion for myself and allow process, but really I wanted to protect my mind.
Interesting.
Yeah, I never told you that.
So
because I don't think people are aware of just how fragile any part of their body is, right? That's why we do these self-sabotaging behaviors like smoking or drinking in excess or overeating or whatever it is.
And the scary but true reality, and this is, I think, a stark statement, but one that we need to be aware of constantly in order to overcome, is that as I sit here now and as you sit there and as our listeners are listening, we all have mind viruses. They might be small, they might be large, but that's what they are. Mm-hmm. The thought of helplessness, the thought of self-judgment, the thought of fear, for the most part, these are viruses that have entered, and often we feed them. Sometimes they overtake us and sometimes we control them. But
we indulge them,
when you understand your mind in that way, it at least makes you much more aware of, again, like you said, the fragility. And fragility doesn't mean that, God forbid, a person goes crazy by allowing fear or self-judgment to enter.
Like Humpty Dumpty cracks.
But that exactly. And that everything, and that's really what we're talking about in these podcasts, is that what are the things that we can do? Well, accept that, know that. And so how do you then build mental immunity? And I think this is so important. Like I said, I think maybe one of the most important parts of our life's work, each one of our life's work.
I think that's where we're going to go, right? And most of us have been judged in a harsh manner. I certainly have. Either outright or we find out about it later. Like, this person thinks of you. I got feedback, I think 2 days ago. Somebody like, I don't really even know at all, that doesn't really know me. And I was like, okay, for me, I took it as like just a reminder of just really not caring about any of that nonsense. But even if we think that, a lot of people just never get past certain things, like a parent who says something thoughtlessly to their child, that is judgmental. And then the consequence is the child will never attempt certain things like being creative, athletic. They won't think they're coordinated, scholarly, musical, etc., because they accepted that judgment as truth, right? So judgment is so dangerous for both the speaker and also the one on the receiving end of it. And it is a choice, a mental choice of what you allow to come in and what you don't, because the consequences are far-reaching.